Good evening to you all. Today we are going to discuss the solutions of NEET 2020. Solutions of NEET 2020 subject physics. Here we have the first question according to the one of the quotes. Phase difference between displacement and acceleration of a particle in a simple harmonic motion is. Phase difference between displacement and acceleration of a particle in simple harmonic motion is. For displacement, if a particle executing SHM, displacement is x equal to a sin omega t. X is equal to a sin omega t is the expression. For that corresponding graph is there. Sine function, sine wave. And after differentiating that with respect to time, displacement is differentiating with respect to time, we get cosine function a omega cos omega t, where amplitude is a omega cos omega t, and acceleration a is equal to d square x by dt square, or by differentiating the velocity we get the expression for acceleration. Here negative sign indicates that is the path is like this, a graph shown like that. That means from particle displaced from this position to this position, so phase difference between displacement and acceleration becomes pi radians. Okay, answer is pi radians. Now here is the second question, question number 2, that is a solenoid having length 50 centimeter and turns 100 turns. Number of turns n is equal to 100, number of turns n equal to 100, and length L is equal to 50 centimeter. Length L is equal to 50 centimeter. That carries a current of 2.5 ampere. Current I is equal to 2.5 ampere. Now we have to find the magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. Then length is given, current I is given, N is given. Expression for magnetic field induction at the center of the solenoid is B is equal to mu naught into Ni, where N is nothing but number of turns, small n is nothing but number of turns per unit length, that is n is equal to number of turns 100, length is taken 0.5, then that will be 200 turns. Okay, next 200 turns. By substituting this expression 4.10 power minus 7 at 202.5, that will be answer will be 6.28 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. Here we have two bodies 4 kg and 6 kg are tied to the ends of a massless string. The string passes over a pulley which is frictionless. The acceleration of the system is. We know expression for acceleration is equal to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g, as m1 is greater than m2. We will go through the Atwood's machine, of course. Explanation, go through the Atwood's machine according to Atwood's machine. That is, acceleration a is equal to 6 minus 4 by 6 plus 4 into g, that is equal to 2 by 10 into g, that is equal to g by 5 meter per second square, where g is acceleration due to gravity, where g is acceleration due to gravity. So here is the expression, u equal to g by 5 into 10 power, g by 5 meter per second square. Okay, g by 5 meter per second square is the expression for the given question. Okay, here we have the ratio of contributions made by electric field induction intensity and magnetic field induction components to the intensity of an electromagnetic wave is. We have to find the ratio of intensities. That is intensity IE intensity IE by IB we have to find. For that, in general, intensity of electromagnetic wave is equal to average energy of either magnetic field induction or electric field intensity. Then that is into speed of light. So intensity I is equal to energy into speed of light. Now for electric field, the expression will be U average of E is equal to half into epsilon naught into E naught square. As well as for magnetic field, U average magnetic B equal to half into B naught square by mu naught. But we know speed of light C is equal to E naught by B naught. That is C is equal to, that can be written as C is equal to E bar by B bar, that equal to E naught by B naught. So using this expression we came to know that is E naught is equal to B naught into C, as well as speed of light C can be represented using permeability and permittivity. C is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught. By substituting this value in, average energy of electric field intensity half into epsilon E naught square. Instead of E naught, we have to write B naught C, where C is nothing but 1 by root of mu naught into epsilon naught. Finally, we get, by solving this one, we get U average of average energy of electric field is equal to average energy of magnetic field. So intensity also becomes 1 by 1. Intensity also 1 by 1. The ratio will be 1:1. Ratio will be 1:1 we have to take. Okay. Here we have another question. Question number 5. In certain 0.1 meter cube of space, electric potential is found to be 5 volt through. What is the electric field intensity in this region? Here we are provided with a certain volume, that is 0.1 meter cube, and electric potential is found to be 5 volt through. 5 volt through means throughout the process we are having 5 volts of potential constant. That's why potential 5 volts is constant. So that is V is constant. So we know field intensity is equal to potential by distance or potential gradient. That is nothing but potential gradient. This is also called as potential gradient. That is simply dV by dx or dV by dr. But now, as the potential is constant, by differentiation the constant value will get 0. That means field intensity will be 0. Now another question, that is question number 6. What about the average thermal energy for monoatomic gas? We know PV is equal to nRT. And for monoatomic gas, degrees of freedom, F is equal to 3. Internal energy, U is equal to F by 2 into N into R into T, or U is equal to F by 2 into, instead of that we have to write PV, of course nRT. So that is nRT, as well as R is equal to Avogadro number into Boltzmann constant. Using these expressions, we will prove that 3 by 2 kV into T, where we know that F is equal to 3. Expression will be taken as say internal energy U is equal to F by 2 into 3 into R into 3 by 2 into N into R into T, and R can be written as Avogadro number into Boltzmann constant, as well as by substituting R, Na into kV, and we know N into Avogadro number is equal to Boltzmann constant. Number of molecules. So N into Na as well as energy U is equal to 3 by 2 into N into kb into T. N into kb into T, where capital T is number of molecules, kb is the Boltzmann constant, and absolute temperature. So relation becomes E average is equal to 3 by 2 kb into T. 3 by 2 kb into T will be the. Now question number 7. Find the torque about the origin when a force of 3J cap Newton, force of 3J cap Newton acts on a particle whose position vector is 2k cap. Whose position vector is 2k cap. Let us consider here is the force given is 3J cap. Position is given, say, that is 2k cap. So F bar can be written as 0 I cap plus 3J cap plus 0k cap, as well as R bar given as 0 into I cap plus 0 into J cap plus 2k cap. Now expressed for torque tau is equal to R bar plus F bar. We have to take the determinant method. I, J, K are the Cartesian coordinates. Here we have to write the factors of R bar and F bar. This is the row belongs to R1 bar. This is the row belong to F bar. So by taking the first column, first row, 0 into 0 minus 3 into 6, 0 minus 6 minus J into second column, first row, 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 2, 0, plus K cap into 0 into 3 minus 0 into 0, 0, 0. Finally we get the answer nothing but minus 6I cap, minus 6I cap. Okay, now we will go to the question number 8. That is, according to the kinetic theory of gases, what about the mean free path of a gas? That is expression given as a 1 by root 2 n pi d square, where d is nothing but the diameter of the molecule, of course. That is simplest question asked. And now question number 9. See, energy of equivalent of 0.5 grams of a substance is. Energy of equivalent of 0.5 grams of a substance is. So what about the expression for binding energy? Binding energy according to Einstein mass energy relation. Binding energy delta E. Binding energy delta E is equal to mass defect delta M into C square. Mass defect delta M into C square. This is originated from Einstein mass equivalence energy relation, E equal to mc square. E equal to mc square. So now by converting the 0.5 gram into 0.5 10 power minus 3 kg, and speed of light c is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. That can be written as 9 into 10 power 16. Finally we can obtain 4.5 into 10 power 13 joules. 4.5 into 10 power 13 joules. See here now, a screw gauge has a least count of 0.01 millimeter, and there are 50 divisions in circular scale. The pitch of the screw is. The pitch of the screw we have to find. In general, pitch of the screw. Least count can be defined as ratio of pitch of the screw to the number of circular scale divisions, as well as we know pitch of the screw is nothing but distance travelled by number of rotations. Pitch of the screw, distance travelled by number of rotations. That is pitch of the screw. Of course, it's not necessary here now. Why? Because of we are provided with 0.01 least count. We are provided with 0.01 millimeter least count, as well as number of circular divisions are 50. In standard screw gauge, we will have 100 circular scale divisions. 100 circular scale divisions. But here in this problem given 50 circular divisions given. So that the product of least count and number of circular scale divisions will gives the answer nothing but 0.5 millimeter. 0.5 millimeter. Next, another question is here. Two cylinders A and B of equal capacity are connected to each other. Volume is constant. As well as by a stopcock. Here is a stopcock is there, and vessel A contains an ideal gas at STP conditions, and B is completely vacuum. That is, there is no any gas. That is completely evacuated. There is no any gas. Whenever that is the stopcock is opened, then that is the gas will be getting expand and occupies the space of vessel B also. Space of vessel B also. This is the process is called as a free expansion of gas. Free expansion of gas at this situation delta U is equal to 0. Therefore, temperature is equal to constant, as well as delta W is equal to 0. Delta W is equal to 0, as well as delta Q is equal to 0. Delta Q is equal to 0. As that is, the system is completely insulated. There is no transfer of heat energy from system to surroundings or from surroundings to system. That's why it will be considered as the adiabatic process. Adiabatic process. No heat energy transfer from system to surroundings or from surroundings to system. Clear? Now here we have the question number 12. A cylinder contains hydrogen gas at a pressure of 240 kilopascal and temperature 27 degrees Celsius. Universal gas constant is given as R is equal to 8.3. R is equal to 8.3 joule per mole Kelvin. Its density is. We have to find the density. Of course, here is the volume. According to ideal gas equation. According to ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, and it is also called as equation of state. And density D is equal to mass by volume. That implies density D is equal to mass by volume. That implies volume is equal to mass by density. Volume is equal to mass by density. That's why that is substituted here. Then mass gets cancelled. Here mass as well as the m by d mass gets cancelled. Then expression becomes P by D is equal to pressure by density is equal to RT by M. That implies density. What is the expression for density is D is equal to PM by RT. And we are provided with the pressure P is equal to 249 kilopascal. Pressure P is equal to 249 kilopascal. That is 249 into 10 cube Pascal. 249 into 10 cube Pascal. As well as molecular weight, we have taken 2 for hydrogen gas. Molecular weight M is equal to, for H2 gas, 2 into 1. As it is diatomic, we have to write 2 into 1. That's why 2 into, it is grams. If it is converted into kgs, that can be written as 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. So we will get finally that is 0.2 kg per meter cube. 0.2 kg per meter cube. And here we have another question. Nuclear fission reaction. Here we have nuclear fission reaction. Nuclear fission reaction. So according to this reaction, when uranium 90 to 235 is bombarded with a neutron, it generates a krypton as well as 3 neutrons. We know that is the generalized expression. When that is the uranium is bombarded with a single neutron. Here we have 89 as well as 3 neutrons. Krypton is given 89 plus 3 neutrons. 89 plus 3, 92. Remains 144. That is 236 is equal to sum x plus 89 plus 3. 89 plus 3. That implies x is equal to 144. And 56, 92 is equal to 56 plus sum x plus y plus 36. Y is equal to 92 minus 36, that is equal to 56. So barium 56, 144 is the element. It is generalized fission reaction which takes place at room temperatures also. Now here we have another question. A charged particle having drift velocity of 7.5 into 10 power minus 4 meter per second in an electric field of 3 into 10 power minus 2 volt per meter has a mobility in meter square per volt second. Drift velocity given Vd is equal to 7.5 into 10 power minus 4 meter per second. That is Vd. And electric field of intensity is nothing but say 3 into 10 power minus 10 volt per meter. Or Newton per coulomb, no problem. Volt per meter, no problem. Now the mobility, expression for mobility is the ratio of drift velocity to the field intensity, that is Vd. So finally we will get answer 2.5 into, after solving this we get 2.5 into 10 power 6 meter square per volt second or volt power minus 1 second power minus 1, volt inverse or second inverse. Now here is the another question. Taking into account of significant figures, what is the value of 9.99 meter minus 0.0099 meters? Of course 9.99. Here we have only the three significant figures. So final answer must be given in three significant figures, 9.99 only. Okay, after giving subtraction of that, we will get 9.9801. As we have only the three significant figures, answer will be given 9.98 only. 9.98 only. And we will go through the other question, that is an iron rod of susceptibility 599 is subjected to magnetic field 1200 ampere per meter. The permeability of rod is. The permeability of the rod is. So here we have generalized expressions of mu naught in free space 4 pi to 10 power minus 7 and the magnetic field induction given 1200 ampere per meter as well as susceptibility given as the 599. So substitute in this expression the relation for permeability is equal to permeability in free space into 1 plus the susceptibility. So value 4.10% substitution and 1 susceptibility of 599. Finally we will get 600. 600 into 4, 2400. That is nothing but 24 into 10 to the power of minus 5 pi. So finally that can be written as 2.4 pi into 10 power minus 4 is the answer.